In a rare briefing from the Pentagon Monday morning, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
This is not a so-called regime change war, but the regime sure did change, and the world is better off for it.
In his first remarks since the U.S. and Israel launched Operation Epic Fury, a massive and coordinated missile attack on Iran. Secretary Hegseth claiming Iran has carried out attacks for decades in a one-sided war against America.
We didn't start this war, but under President Trump, we are finishing it.
Iran's national security chief posting on X that, quote, Iran did not start this war, and warning the country, quote, unlike the United States, has prepared itself for a long war. A war that has already seen several hundred people killed in Iran, according to the Red Crescent Society. 3 U.S. fighter jets were shot down by Kuwait in an apparent friendly fire incident, the U.S. says, and 4 U.S. troops based in Kuwait killed in Iran's response.
Sadly, there will likely be more.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Kane, cautioning the U.S. war against Iran will not consist of a single overnight operation and delivering a clear message to anyone who might threaten the U.S.
Understand clearly, we can reach you, we can sustain the fight, and we can scale the fight, and we will prevail.
With the Iranian Supreme Leader dead, questions remain as to who will lead the country. In Washington, D.C., I'm Lee Waldman.
A Hassan County teacher is behind bars after allegedly transporting several pounds of marijuana into Ben Hill County. According to the Ben Hill County Sheriff's Office, the investigation began in January after investigators learned Kieran Smith, a teacher and football coach at Veterans High School, sent pounds of marijuana to a home on West Orange Street. Authorities executed a search warrant where they arrested 3 people, seized over a pound of marijuana and nearly $5,000 in cash. We have reached out to the Hassan County School District to learn about Smith's employment status. So far, we have not heard back yet.
One man is in jail in connection to a recent Macon murder. The Bibb County Sheriff's Office, along with several other agencies, including U.S. Marshals and GBI agents, arrested Jeremy Hill at an America's home in connection to the shooting death of 35-year-old Chavez Adams. Adams was found suffering from a gunshot wound around 7 o'clock Saturday night. He was taken to a hospital where he later died. Hill has been booked into the Bibb County LEC and charged with murder and is being held without bond.
In Crisp County, a man is arrested after a shooting in Cordele early Saturday morning. The police department says that shooting happened near Joe Wright Drive and 24th Avenue. The 2 victims were not injured. A 29-year-old man was arrested at a nearby home and was found with a gun believed to be connected to the shooting. He is in the Crisp County Jail being charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault. And this Friday, you can go look at art made by Bibb County students. The opening reception for the 13th annual Bibb County Schools Student Art Show will be at the 567 Center for Renewal. Bibb art teachers choose the work from their elementary, middle, and high school students to feature. They're chosen based on enthusiasm, hard work, and creativity. You can go check out the pieces from 5 to 8. The exhibit will be on display until March the 27th. It is free and open to the public.
Happy Monday, everybody. After a very beautiful day yesterday, we're going to see again a good deal of sunshine here in Middle Georgia today, so don't worry about any rain. We're not going to be seeing any. And not only that, we're going to see temperatures continuing to go above average. The high today will be in the mid-70s with a good deal of sunshine. Now tomorrow, after seeing a little bit of a backdoor cold front move in, that'll bring in some very slightly cooler air. So tomorrow, I think we'll see our highs down into the low 70s, so slightly cooler by about 5 to 6 degrees tomorrow. But then as we get into Wednesday with lots of sunshine, we're going to be warming it back up, getting near 80 degrees on Wednesday. Looking into Thursday and Friday, again, we'll see partly cloudy skies, but staying dry, and temperatures will even continue to rise even more by the time we get into Thursday and Friday. We're talking about low, maybe even some mid-80s by the time we get to Friday and the weekend. So definitely going to see those signs of spring and feeling like spring here in Middle Georgia. So let's talk about the rainfall now. Forecast over the next several days, it will remain rather slim. At best, only definitely an isolated shower or sprinkle, as we will see a few passing clouds each and every day. But again, as you can see, rain chances are not that high, so I wouldn't count too much on seeing any rain. And we do need some rain here in Middle Georgia, despite the fact that we received 1 to 3 inches of rain this past Friday across our area. We are still in a drought situation, and this was updated this past Thursday, of course, and we'll update it again this coming up Thursday. But notice all of Middle Georgia is still in a drought situation. The tan shaded area here, the light shade, is moderate drought. The darker shaded area is a severe drought, and we even have locations here in the red area that is an extreme drought. So we definitely could use some rain in Middle Georgia, but I just don't see a lot this week into the weekend. Now let's talk about the temperatures, as the average high this time of year is 67. So take this number right here and add that to 67, and you'll see about what we're expecting for our high. Today we're going to be about 8 degrees above average, and look at all the red out to our west. That is temperatures above average, and that will be moving into our area. But as we said, tomorrow slightly cooler, so we'll be about 5 degrees above average. But despite the fact we'll be slightly cooler tomorrow than today, we will still be above average with those low 70s. Then as we get into Wednesday, we really start warming up big time. We'll be 12 degrees above average. As we get into Thursday, 14 degrees above average. And look at this, folks, Friday, 18 degrees above the average high of 67. So we'll definitely be going into those 80s, and that will carry over into Saturday and Sunday as well, as we could see low, even some mid 80s around, as I said, by the time we get to the end of the week and the weekend. So our forecast today, we're going to see a good deal of sunshine out there with some passing clouds, but it'll be staying dry, going up to the mid 70s. And then tonight we'll see some clouds moving in. Also, as I said, could see a little bit of fog across the area. We'll be dropping down to the low 50s. And there's our 10-day forecast showing tomorrow slightly cooler with those lower 70s. But then again, look at Wednesday through the end of the week and into the weekend. And look at that. Wow, all the way into next week, we're talking about highs in the 80s. Right now, it looks like our next chance of showers will come in as we get into the first of next week.
Urban Meyer built college football dynasties.
Football is a way of life.
Mark Ingram II ran his way to a Heisman.
I'm gonna do the rest of the show with this thing.
Rob Stone calls it like he sees it. This is the Triple Option, where legends tackle the biggest headlines in college football and the NFL with guests who don't hold back.
You're not winning with that owner.
Wow.
It's football talk that hits harder than game day. The Triple Option, presented by Wendy's, wherever you get your podcasts.